they won't take the time to help them fucking selves to do the fucking work. And all they got in their motherfucking head is, oh, materialistic shit, oh, tourist shit, or this, that, earth. They basically like brick-headed motherfuckers. They can't have no, they don't have like no type of fluid with them, no type of motion, no type of motion in the ocean and shit like that. They just got brick heads. Throw like that's why they always like to throw stones and shit like that because they retarded like a motherfucker. If you tell them like some about some flow shit or like some real ass shit that can span some shit, they'll like, what the fuck you talking about? Oh, this, oh, that. Like they'll try to throw stones at you because like their mentality is like retarded like a motherfucker. It's bricked like a motherfucker. Like these niggas don't have no balance. All they know how is eat, talk shit, and fuck. That's all they know how to do. And like, just pandering. Like they just pander too much. Like they just talk about bullshit. Like when there's like some real ass shit going on, or like some shit that needs to be solved, they'll go over it. It ain't like even just being yourself. Like it'll be out like nowhere. Just like just pandering, just talking just to be talking. Like I can't stand niggas that just be talking just to be talking. Like they got no fucking point. They just want to be talking just to be talking just to be heard. And most niggas like like a nigga like when there's some shit going on, they just be talking so they won't have to face that shit. Like exactly my point. Or like they it will be like it'd be like stress eating and shit like that. Like a motherfucker going through stress, they stress eat, so they won't have to go through the fact what's going on, or like they try to like escape and shit like that. It'd be like escapism. Like they don't like to face the fact of like what's there, and especially like Scorpio season. Like that's when like shit comes up. You cannot like go over the fact that there's shit going on underneath the surface and shit like that. Like doing the shadow work and all that shit. That like you cannot escape that. Whatever you do, you try to escape. You basically doing throwing more dirt on yourself and shit like that. Like you gotta be real with yourself. Yes, play along and shit like that. Like, cause like there's is a balance to things, and also, um, some things you gotta have emotional intelligence with. But like, just be the real, like just be like be real, like just be real with the fact with like what's going on and shit like that. But like whenever it's like when there's something like beyond their comprehension level or like beyond what's so called on quote normal, which is subjective, objective about the society we in, like they try to pander this shit over because they don't want to face the fact, or they just become pussy niggas because how their mentality been like how their mentality been since indoctrination. Like that's what I was talking about. Like brickhead, they like to throw stones at you and shit like that if you different or like of course everybody's different, but like if you don't go on what they quote unquote like comfortable, fuck all these words, man. Like I keep on slurring and shit like that, like cause I don't be speaking like fuck this language and shit. Whatever they don't have, they don't like to be comfortable with, or like they don't like to what they don't associate with or whatever, or so called unquote normal to them. They like to throw stones at you and shit like that, try to bring you down to their level, which is like retardation. That's why like whenever a human try to say some shit about you or try to say some shit, just listen to them. But man, fuck, listen to them. Like fuck all these bitches. Like don't give a fuck what a human say. But also on the other side, let's just listen to them. Like hear them out, but just like remain like okay, I hear you, but it's gonna come out the other fucking ear because like look at you. You not even putting the characters out in the world. You get the characters whatever's been publicized or whatever given to you. You don't have the courage or fucking balls to have the characters that you want to have and shit like that. And then there's barely enough people to help you and shit like that as a collective. So like fuck what you trying to say, bro. Like you not in the field. You not off the porch, nigga. Your ass still sucking on your mama's titties and shit. You not sucking on your mama's titties. You sucking another dick and shit. You sucking another nigga dick and shit because you don't have your own fucking mentality. You got another nigga's mentality for you and shit like that. That shit lame as fuck. Yeah, like if a fucking human tell you, oh this shit ain't real, this bitch you ain't even jump off the porch yet. Your ass still got on crutches and shit, big boot ass, motherfucking handicap ass boot. Jump, nigga talking about this, nigga talking about that, bitch you ain't even jump off the porch yet. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Stay in your motherfucking place, nigga. You ain't no putting no work in or nothing. You ain't even doing shit besides just talking and instigating, and then you want to talk shit, and then you contradict yourself and shit like that. Like you ain't shit, bitch. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Stay in your motherfucking place. If you ain't trying to put on the boots and then help out, nigga, shut the fuck up and stay in your own fucking place. Like I can't stand these motherfuckers. They be niggas out here and shit like that. And of course you gotta go through this motherfucking world and shit like that. Like this shit ain't no motherfucking cupcakes and Sunny D bottles and shit like that. Like this shit for real. And you be seeing I can't even speak for everybody, but like I be seeing like some of the most like crazy shit. It ain't even crazy, but like it just be like wow, like it's for real. And then like most of these humans, they like to stay where they at and shit like that. And then whatever type of energy that you throw out or whatever, or just being yourself, it's like they like crabs and shit, like crabs in a bucket. Like shit really weak as fuck. Like they really animalistic like a motherfucker with this shit. And this shit go beyond like this shit don't have no words for it. Like you just gotta be like living this shit, of course. Like shout out to the people that actually put in the work and actually be going through this shit. Like these motherfucking like niggers are like animals and shit like that. And it be funny because like it be like the simplest shit. Like you really fighting over this shit, man. Like come on now. I don't even know your bitch ass and you trying to intimidate me, or you trying to do this shit to me, or you trying to they just just pander and shit like that. Like, I can't stand that fucking shit. And then it be like micro macro. So like the things that you meet up, like just say like okay publicly, you talking and shit like that, or you know people talking and shit like that. That's like the okay the thoughts and the feelings that you pick up. That's micro. The macro will be like the events that you go through outside. That's the macro and shit like that. Like people, places, and things, and how what they talk about and shit like that. And the micro will just be like what you pick up, the vibes and the frequencies and shit like that. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like whatever you put out and shit like that. You think that's it's not working, whatever. It's working, but it's just a ratio and shit like that. How it plays off. Of course, most motherfuckers gonna be attracted to what's going on TV and shit like that, and then also in their own fucking bullshit, which they don't help themselves, they don't take care of themselves, they don't take care of their hygiene, they don't release most a lot of bullshit. So whatever you putting out is putting out there, but of course, like you need more people to be in that type beat shit, like in that wave, compared to like what's going on and shit like that. So like as I'm saying, like you them thoughts and feelings, these thoughts and feelings are just like bitches and tools and shit like that. They like little game pieces, and you use these thoughts and feelings, and then whatever thoughts and feelings that you don't agree with, know that these are thoughts and feelings ain't yours, and know that you ain't tripping and shit like that. It just be other niggas and shit like that. They don't take care of themselves, and they just pump out whatever, and then and then also like when you take care of yourself and shit like that, it be like opposition. So like these niggas feel insecure and they like to project and shit like that to make you feel like you ain't shit, but like these niggas ain't shit because they don't take care of themselves. The macro would be when you go outside, how how you become viewed, but like fuck how people view you, because you came here to be yourself, not to be a dick rider or have someone else try to determine how you, or validation or shit like that. Like fuck all that external shit. Like niggas really be lost. Like niggas got a problem with niggas talking to themselves. Like bitch, you got a problem with a nigga talking to himself? Like bitch, are you lost in a motherfucker? You really really lost. If you think a nigga weird for talking to himself, but like just going outside and shit like that, and how people view you and shit like that. Like fuck all that shit. That's like bullshit. And then also like how people talk and shit like that, like or like what they like to jump over. Like I'm like when I'm talking about like the pandering and shit like that. Like niggas pandering shit. Like whatever is real. Like you can't hide from that shit. Speaking from a Scorpio sun, like that shit annoying like a motherfucker. Just talking just to be talking and shit. But yeah, like just talking about like this video, just talking about like how society is pandering, and then also seeing the viewpoints from a macro and a macros type of space, because everything's internal. Whatever you how you feel, or whatever you notice, or whatever type of energy that you do is internal. It's going to project external. So like however you feel or wherever you pick up, it's external. I mean, like shit. It's like this fucking up down left right in inner outer type shit. Like fuck all that shit. But like y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like whatever's internal is going to reflect your external, even when it's your feelings or when there is not your feelings. So just like I was just talking about that, and then also like identifying, cause you can't like it's good to pinpoint things and identify things and then be real with it, and then also do the work with yourself, and don't be scared of that shit, or don't be like overthinking that shit, or don't be like over looking at shit. Like just be real with it, and then talk about it, and then break it down like a motherfucking piece of pizza, motherfucking Kit Kat or some shit like that. Like, break that shit down. Then don't get through. Like, you can get detailed, but detailed ain't everything. Cause of course there's a bigger picture. Niggas in the details and shit like that, but they don't get the bigger picture. Real talk. So like, take your time with this shit. And it goes for me too. It's like a self talk. Like, I'm talking my shit, but it's also like, for me too. But like, it's for everybody. It's like it's simultaneously going at the same damn time. At the same damn time, get money, get head at the yeah, that type of shit. Like, at the same damn time, everything correlating at the same time. But like, just how I'm just explaining how things are. Like, what I got from, like, cause I like speak like, cause I got North Node Gemini and then South Node Sagittarius. So I go through experiences, but also like I gain, like, you go through experiences, gain wisdom, then you turn to knowledge and shit like that. Like, I'm explaining from my point of views. Of course, there's more people that go through shit. Some people will talk about it. Shout out to the people that talk about it. Dolo the Pilot Man, Mooney Mercury Baby, Saint Uno, Dave Beyond, Ton of Vision, Jackie New, and then I'm I am Amani, something like that. Shout to the females, shout out to the man out there, shout out to the masculine and feminine, all those people that's putting out this type of energy, because to miss dream work, and then also like, whatever, how many motherfucking days or years or eons it's gonna take to build like some better shit, which I don't really think it's gonna take eons and shit like that, cause like we putting the work, like that's what I'm talking about. Like, we like the niggas that actually putting out shit like there. Like, we doing the work, man. Like, you can see it off the bat. But like, Delo talking about, like, it's gonna take like eons and shit like that. I don't like to put like time placements or anything, but like that's what he said. He said it's gonna take like eons. Like, however motherfucking take, it's worth it. Like, it might not be this lifetime, whatever, but like whatever work you put in, the work is gonna be working. The work is gonna be in the pudding. Like, you can't say, oh, this that, like, time, second, minutes, and hours, those shits go by. So like, whatever you've been putting your work, your attention to, your energy to, that shit gonna go, that shit gonna count up. And like, speaking of, yeah, like energy work, that eight, yeah, that energy work, you putting that drive in, that circuit, that the energy. So like, whatever you put in is gonna come out. But shout out to everybody that's putting out the message, and this is just the message that I put out, talking about how the society works, and also like the energies and shit like that, and also just noticing like the pandering, like whenever there's some shit that you can't hide or sweep under the rug, it just like to be pandered and shit like that. Like, bitch, I see you. Like, you can't run away from me, you can't hide away from me, the big motherfucker. I see you. Like, real talk, I can feel you and I see you. And I know you, bitch. The fuck you gonna do about it, ho? But yeah, this is it. This is a lot of checking out.